Hey guys, it's Koren. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm feeling super excited and just freaking awesome right now. And I wanted to share with you some of the beliefs that I have adopted that have helped me transcend the physical, already manifested world into creating the life that I desire to live and continue to create. So I'm reading through Neville Goddard and his book, The Power of Awareness. He has chapter number 14 and it's called The Effortless Way. The principle of least action governs everything in physics from the path of a planet to the pulse of light. Least action is the minimum of energy multiplied by the minimum of time. So it's the most efficient way. Therefore, in moving from your present state to the state you desire, you must use minimum of energy and take the shortest possible time. Your journey from one state of conscious to another is a psychological one. So to make the journey, you must employ the psychological equivalent of least action. And the psychological equivalent is a mere assumption. So what Neville is saying, rather than trying to force something, you have to start with your mind first. You have to start with your psychological power and assume that state that you already want. The day you fully realize the power of your assumption, you discover that it works in complete conformity with this principle. It works by means of attention minus action, minus effort. Thus, with least action through an assumption, you hurry without haste and reach your goal without effort. Because creation is finished, what you desire already exists. It is excluded from view because you can only see the contents of your consciousness. It is the function of an assumption to call back the excluded view and restore to full vision. It is not the world, but your assumptions that change. An assumption brings the invisible into sight. It is nothing more nor less than seeing with the eye of God, i.e., imagination. The heart is the primary organ of sense, hence the first cause of experience. When you look on the heart, you are looking at your assumptions. Assumptions determine your experience. Watch your assumptions with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Assumptions have the power of objective realization. Every event in the visible world is the result of an assumption or idea of the unseen world. Every event in the visible world is the result of an assumption or the idea in the unseen world. The present moment is all important, for it is only in the present moment that our assumptions can be controlled. The future must become the present in your mind if you were to wisely operate the law of assumption. The future becomes the present when you imagine that you are already what you will be when your assumption is fulfilled. Be still and know that you are that which you desire. The end of longing should be being. Translate your dreams into being. Perpetual construction of future states without consciousness of already being them, that is, picturing your desire without actually assuming the feeling, is the fallacy and mirage of mankind. It is simply futile daydreaming. So what Neville is telling us is the freaking key is to assume that you are already that what you want to be. Your desire already exists. It's excluded from view because it's created on the inside. And once you assume that feeling and you maintain that assumption, it wills its mean back to you through the law of reversibility. So there's a couple quotes that he says in this chapter that really stick with me and I absolutely love. One, creation is finished. What you desire already exists. If you can rest in the consciousness of knowing that what you desire already exists and begin to think from you're already that badass that you want to be and take actions towards that from the point of not trying and forcing, but knowing in your heart that it's already done, the people, the circumstances will line up. You'll be inspired. You'll be taking action from inspiration and not trying to force something. The other thing he says is the present moment is all important, for it is only in the present moments that our assumptions can be controlled. So thinking right now, taking control of your life right now. How are you feeling right now? What state are you living from right now? Who do you identify with right now? Are you in your old state, or have you adopted a state that you are already what you want to be? The last thing I will say, the future becomes the present when you imagine that you are already what you want to be when your assumption is filled. The future becomes the present when you imagine that you are already that what you want to be when your future is fulfilled. When I think about my heart's desires and what I want to be, and then I pull them back to me and I tell myself I'm already this, I feel fucking great. I feel awesome. I feel invincible. I feel like no one can tell me no. I always get what I want. Everything always works out perfectly. I'm already a successful multimillionaire businesswoman. I already have all the resources that I desire, and my inner conversations, the conversations that I'm having with myself, they line up with this assumption, and they are feeding it and fueling it, and they are creating it, and it is willing the means back to me. Then he says, be still and know that you are already that which you want to be. The end of longing should be being. Translate your dream into being. Sometimes we come at this and we are trying, we're trying. If you're trying, you ain't it. You don't have it. You're not with your man. You don't have the money you want. You don't have the career you want. You don't have the house you want. You don't have the job you want. You don't have the fitness or the beauty or the hair or whatever you're looking for. When you can adopt and assume it and be it, you don't even want that shit no more, because you are already it and you know it in your heart. And that is the difference. That is what makes it happen, because you adopt it. And that is what assuming the state is all about. It is giving yourself permission to feel how you would feel if you were already what you wanted to be. And it's okay to do that, because your desire already exists. And once you do that and adopt that assumption, your assumption of the state brings it back to you.